Story David 13. That subject last of Tripp is 10:23 at our location. We are 10:06 with him at this time. How you doing, sir? Deputy Parker?
You don't have any guns on.
No, I don't. You mind if I just pat you down real quick? Just search. All right, go ahead and turn around for me real quick. All right, go ahead and put your hands and smell your back. You're not under arrest. Just checking you for weapons, okay?
I just want to talk to you. Don't worry. That's all we're going to do. Yeah, I agree.
Phone? Okay. Nothing else? That's okay. I appreciate it, Martin. Thanks. We just want to make sure we all go home. Have a good day, right?
How'd this get so blown out of?
I was whistleblowing about all the waste, and there's like 732 cars that have fraudulent detention cells. So I was talking to Lynette Lopez and telling her about all this awful stuff.
So is that where this corporate espionage was coming from? How did you get involved associated with us in the news?
Because everybody,
When were you made aware that the MD was trying to
everybody's got
we're not going to tell anybody where you're at, so.
because they're like, I'd be quite good too.
So you started talking about whistleblowing. When did that start taking place?
Like a couple of months ago, like a month ago.
Can you give me a rough date?
I could ask her.
That's okay. If you need to grab your phone, that's fine. Even if you can just give me a rough
Well,
month.
she's not answering right now.
So would you say May, April,
say, like,
March?
Probably like right around middle of May.
Middle of May? And you initiated that? And is that to Mrs. Lopez with Business Insider? Okay.
Not to change the subject, your wife and kid, child are with you. And do you have weapons? I mean, are you accessible to weapons? That's, I mean, everything. Now this night, are you still connected with their IM messaging? Yeah, their internal IM message.
I can't get into anything. They sent me a link yesterday when they fired me to get into my pay records paycheck me, and I can't get into that.
So you have no access to IM?
Absolutely not. They keep saying that I'm like stealing data still, and I'm not that smart.
Gotcha. No, well, don't worry. We just want to find out what's going on because everybody.
You think it's such big lies?
Okay.
You mind if I ask what you did with Tesla, sir?
What?
What was your job at Tesla?
I was a process engineering technician.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that. Could you tell me what it does?
It's like between an engineer and a technician.
Okay.
So I was like a level 3, so I was supposed to be the lead, and that's where they're like saying that I sabotaged because I was mad that I didn't get a raise. And like, since I've been there, I've been wanting people to take my job and just like tear stuff down because I'm 40 years old. My wife and I wanted to retire, so we've been saving like every penny, and so I've been telling everybody I want these young kids to like mold into my role, so I can do like a year or two, and then I can retire on my own.
How long have you worked for Tesla?
Since October 9th
Of
of the last
2017?
Yeah, like 8 months or something.
You said you're a process engineer.
Process engineering technician.
Got it. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Do you have an attorney or anything yet?
I've
for
been
this?
trying to call them and email, and they either just turn me down or they don't respond. And I've tried calling the whistleblower hotline, and nobody.
What about this person you were talking to? Do they have any? Can they offer you any assistance, or are they just?
They're just a
news?
journalist. Yeah.
Lynette Lopez.
Yeah, Lynette Lopez and Julie. I forget her last name. Julia Wong from Business The Guardian.
How do you spell Juan?
WONG.
Now you're not under arrest, and we're just talking. And I just want to clarify, this is your own free admissions. We're not coercing you, threatening you into any type of conversation.
Yeah, I could tell you where I went all day and who I talked to. I mean, I got my phone, and it probably stemmed. So this morning, Elon sent me an email saying you're an awful person, and then I responded. I said you're going to get what you have coming, and I took that, and I meant that as that the world's going to find out about all this, and maybe I should have worded it differently. But then he wrote, "That's a threat." I said, "No, it's not a threat." I can show you the email. But the very first email he sent, I deleted it because Lynette told me to delete everything. She said, I told her that he emailed me and she said, delete it. Don't even respond to it. And then I was just like so upset.
Well, you shouldn't respond, but you shouldn't delete.
Let's see. I don't know where it's at. So this is the chain. So don't worry, you have what's coming to you for the lies you have told to the public and investors. Threatening me only makes it worse for you. I said, I never made a threat. I simply told you that you have what's coming. Thank you for this gift. So the gift, I meant that all the information that I could give to the world, and because he just doesn't care. You should be ashamed of yourself for framing other people. You're a horrible human being. I said, I never framed anyone else or even insinuated anyone else as being involved in my production of documents of your billions of dollars of waste, safety concerns, lying to investors of the world, putting cars on the road with safety issues as being a horrible human being. And then he wrote this, there are literally no injuries. And of course, a company with billions of dollars is probably going to have millions of dollars in scrap. So, and then I stopped and I emailed it to Lynette and to Julia and said, this is how he responds.
What was the email that you deleted?
It just said, you're a horrible person. Or like a horrible, it was the same thing.
So the gist I'm getting out of it, yesterday you were relieved of your job, escorted out.
So last Thursday, they brought me in when I got in. Okay. And they were playing this game with my laptop and I knew they were like on to, and I mean, I was just given factual evidence. Right. And so they kind of did this thing where they had to take my laptop for a Windows update, and I knew, oh man, that sucks, I'm going to get caught or whatever. So then, when I came in at noon, they were scanning everyone's badge, so they knew right away, and the guy called me within like 30 seconds, and said, your laptop's ready, come get it. So I went up and went to get it, and he said, oh, actually, wait, you came up and found some other issue. So then I turned around, and then the HR guy comes up, he's like, oh, hey, Marty, and he takes me into this room with these two security guys, and then they interrogated me for like 6 hours, from noon till 6 p.m. And then finally disclosed that they had found out how I was getting the data. And I told them, and after that I told them complete truth, everything that I did, why I did it, because I was fearful of safety of people out on the road and of all the waste, that we're supposed to be a sustainable company and all this. And then they called me at like 6:30 on Friday. And so then he said, so they walked me out with security, like 10 security guards that were no uniform. And so then everyone saw it. I was pretty embarrassed. I mean, people that are coming in. And so then they escorted me out, and then they called me Friday at 6:30 or something, and said, I need you to come back. So that's like really worried then. I'm like, okay, I'll meet you, but not at the Gigafactory. I don't want to go through that again. So then they finally got me to go to their security trailer. So I went in there, and then they interrogated me more. And then the last like hour, I was there for like 3 hours, and they started like drilling in about like logging into all these computers and running like this piece of software that was like running like every like certain millisecond. I'm like, I don't know how to do any of that. Like, and they were trying to push me that I was the one doing it and that I better not lie because there's gonna be consequences. I'm like, I don't know how to do any of that. I know how to do like the basic things to do my job. And that's how I came across this number, saying I'm doing my job. And so then I didn't hear anything from them until yesterday at around 3:25, and he called me and said that they're terminating my employment.
Who's he?
Ari Henderson. He's the HR rep.
And that was yesterday, the 19th.
Yesterday, 3:25 p.m.
And then Friday was the last day you were actually physically on site.
Friday was the last day I was physically on site. They took my badge on Thursday, so when they brought me back on Friday, it was still like they drove through the guard shack, and he said that I was his guest, and then they had like a security guy there, and then the same two guys. And then when I left, I kind of had a better feeling, like, you know, I got more stuff off my chest, that they went into more detail and about how I got the numbers and things like that, and talked more about that module that had the punctured cell and how worried I was that there were so many out there right now. And then he called me yesterday, and then this morning Lynette sent me a link to the CNBC where it had the actual like complaint.
So the complaint that Tesla filed against you
Yes.
is on CNBC?
Yeah, they plastered my name and the whole thing on there.
Were you at Safeway today?
I was at Safeway, yes.
About what time?
Well, we have a receipt up there. We
Around
bought
5?
I would say, what time is it now?
Right now it's 5 minutes to 7.
I would say,
A couple hours ago?
yeah.
When's the last time you had access to your computer at Tesla?
At Tesla? So
Or any of the Tesla systems, including
so
their
the
IM?
The loaner they gave me would have been last Wednesday.
The reason I'm asking is a lot of this originated from messages that were generated inside their system. So I'm trying to figure out the last time you had access to those.
Yeah, Wednesday was the last time. So Thursday, so I would take the laptop home with me. They gave me a loaner on, I'm going to say Monday or Tuesday, when they started like kind of fishing the information. And, I mean, they did a good job, but I could only put a couple pieces of software on it, and then on Thursday when I came in, I never even opened it up until I got to
Story David 13 code 4.
Go ahead.
So he actually was going to give me a new laptop. That's what it was. He was going to give me a new laptop, and then he said, how about we just keep this one? And I said, well, I need this software and this software, and he made notes. And then I logged into it. That was the first time since Wednesday at around like midnight when I got off shift that I was in it, and I left it open for him. And then when we were doing the discussion, when they were starting to drill into like questioning me on getting the data, they brought the laptop back in and it had the blue screen of death. And they're like, what did you do to this? I said, I didn't do anything. I said, and the IT guy was right there. I said, I logged it into it and he saw it. And then I kind of glanced right before they shut the screen and said something about like a USB key. And that happens if you leave your USB key in and you shut it down, or when you start it up and something, I forget exactly what happens. But they said, did you put a USB thumb drive in here? I'm like, no, I put one in on Wednesday when I was doing my job. Like I took a couple files, so they took that thumb drive from me and they wiped it. They didn't even, I don't know if they looked at the files, so I don't know if they had any work files but they literally wiped it. I have it, my wife has it upstairs, it's completely wiped. I haven't even looked at it since then, but that's what they told me.
Gotcha. The only contact you've had with anybody at Tesla is with Musk?
So there's a group of 5 of us that text each other. Robert Duran, Chris Swales, Patrick Shackle, Frank Travato, and Alex Rubiero. They're like all NCM techs where I worked originally. I texted them this morning, did you guys see this about me. I said, do you really think I'm a hack? Like a hacker?
Right.
And they know that I'm not. I mean, they know I have trouble doing the SQL stuff. So I sent that to them.
Have you gotten a response from any of them?
No response. There was literally no response, which was kind of, and I deleted that because I've been deleting stuff as I go. But that's all I said.
But besides them, this contact with Musk, that all transpired today?
That was this morning after I found out about the
that is with your personal email?
That was my personal email, yes.
And what about, is that his personal email?
No, that's erm@tesla.com, I believe.
Did he initiate that contact, or did you?
If I remember right, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he sent an email saying, like, you're an evil person or something like that. And it just ticked me off. I'm like, ah. So I sat on it, and then I was like, I'm going to delete it. I told, I was talking to Lynette on the phone. I'm like, he sent me a nasty email. And she's like, just delete it. Don't even respond to it. So then I deleted it, and then I always go in like through the day and clear out my deleted folder. And I was like, you know what? It was kind of eating away at me. So I did that response, and that's, you saw exactly what
Did he send that to your personal email?
Personal email, martytripp@icloud.com.
As far as vehicles, you have a blue
Ford Escape.
Escape, and
Yep.
your wife has a lime green
We actually sold that.
or avocado, so you only have one
Yeah,
vehicle?
just the one, yeah.
Okay. And do you have any weapons whatsoever?
Absolutely not.
No guns, no
Nope.
rifles?
We had a 9mm high point carbine that I sold several weeks ago.
And your wife has no weapons?
And that was hers. I actually
okay.
got
Oh,
that
okay.
call. I should tell you that, but yeah.
And when did you sell her vehicle?
That was just the other day.
Oh, wow.
Did you let anybody know where your whereabouts were today?
I told the two gals that I was going to stay in a hotel. I didn't say where because I was talking to another guy with the Wall Street Journal. So I talked to this Julia, and she's like, okay, don't talk to anybody else. And then this guy, he had called me before she did, so I just kind of gave him a courtesy and talked to him. So he called me before I went to Safeway. I was talking to him for about a half an hour. I pulled into the UPS. I thought it was the UPS store. I thought you could ship, because we're shipping a bottle of wine to our her American parents over in Tennessee. So I was in that parking lot talking to him the whole time, and then within a minute he did a story, and then Julia responded saying, did you just talk to Wall Street Journal? I'm like, well, yeah, but I asked him to not say anything, and then she's like, well, you did, but she's like, that's okay, just don't talk to anybody else.
So it sounds like that these people are wanting the inside scoop.
Everybody. I'm getting so many emails and text messages and phone calls, and I tried not to talk to most of them, but a couple called me first thing this morning after it came out. So I was just telling them, because that was one of the things Julia said is get your story out there. Or I'm sorry, Lynette said that. Because
let me ask you this: do you have any friends with weapons?
Patrick Shackle is one of them, and I would not put it past him. Well, I wouldn't put it past Elon to make up a story like this, but I would not put it past somebody like him, just knowing him. He thinks he's like a psychologist or whatever, and he has many weapons. He actually bought my high point. He's the one that bought it.
So could it be a possibility that this individual, Patrick, is the one?
I don't know. All I was told by the Wall Street Journal guy. I'll read his message. A Tesla spokesperson just told me this afternoon received a phone call from a friend of Mr. Tripp telling us that Mr. Tripp would be coming to the Gigafactory to shoot the place up. Police have been notified and actions are being taken to enhance security at the Gigafactory.
And that came from who?
That came from, I don't even know his first name, Drew Harwell from the Washington Post. I'm sorry, I thought it was the Wall Street Journal. I'm sorry.
How do you spell Harwell, sir?
Harwell. So as soon as I saw that, I tried, and I see there's messages from Lynette, because she was my original person that I was going to, and So she didn't respond, and then I messaged Julia, and then she called me right away. So my wife left to go out to the car to get some stuff for the baby, and so I was talking to her, and she said that she was able to corroborate the same story, and they were trying to verify the source.
Gotcha. Wow.
So all day today, I've been at home on the phone with Julia, Lynette, trying to think of where we went to the apartment office to find out about someone taking over our lease, because we're gonna have to, we don't have any money anymore. So we went to talk to them. Then I think we drove home. Then we were at home for a while, and then I started freaking out after I just did like a search on myself just to see what news would come up, and it was like my whole phone was like exploding.
Oh, yeah.
And my name's plastered on everything, and the first thing is some guy talking about 5 things we know about Martin Tripp. And one of them was, like, one of the last things was that they knew that from public records that I lived in an apartment building in Sparks. I'm like, that's it, we gotta go. So then I was like kind of rushing my wife to pack some bags to come,
Do you have family in town?
No.
Where are you originally from?
From Milwaukee. Well, I'm originally from northern Michigan, but we lived in Milwaukee for like 5-6 years.
And
I'm sorry, 6-7 years.
Your family's back in the Midwest?
I have an uncle in Grand Rapids, and that's it. And, well, my father, but I don't talk to him, lives down in like North or South Carolina.
But neither one of you have any immediate family in the area?
No.
What are your plans?
So I want to fly them back to, because she's from Hungary, I want to fly them back there so they don't have to deal with it. So that's our plan.
And what are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm trying to get a hold of an attorney to find out what I should do.
Does she have family in Hungary?
Yes. Yeah, that's where she's from. Yeah, so her whole family's there to help take care
Now,
of my
with
son.
what you saw, or supposedly what's out there, what is out there?
In terms
a complaint or what?
Yeah, a complaint. And then I got an email from his attorney this afternoon when I was shipping some stuff for her to our friends. She's got a friend that lives in Colorado, so we shipped some little baby toys to them, and then the bottle of wine and a few other like little knickknacks, and then sent some old plates that she wanted to send back to Hungary. So I did all that at the post office. So I was there for at least a half an hour, 45 minutes, and I think right when I left the post office, I was driving to find the UPS store, because you can't ship the liquids at the USPS. That's when I got an email from their attorney.
And what that said?
And it says, I didn't even read through it all, but basically says don't delete anything. If you do, it's blah, blah, blah. Oh, here it is. So please find correspondence directed to your attention. A copy is also being sent by U.S. mail. And then if you open it, it just goes into like via email and U.S. mail. I represent Tesla employee, and it's kind of hard to read.
Yeah, I can't even read that with Jack glasses.
Oh wow, yeah, it's pretty small.
Yeah, you can zoom in, but it basically says don't delete any files. When I was at Tesla, they actually went on my phone and deleted everything. So this morning, I actually went into my phone and my computer, and I verified that there was no trace of anything, and that was before this email even came out. So there was like one file that was in the deleted, and I just hit permanently delete. That was
So
it.
what are they trying to do?
They're trying to sue me and try to make me look bad, give me a bad name.
you had no inclination, obviously, of going out there and
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
and shooting up the place.
Absolutely not. I've owned many guns. When we moved out here, I sold them all except for the High Point because I bought that for my wife for a birthday present, and she thought it was the coolest present, so I didn't want to just sell it. But I've always been responsible. I've been able to purchase guns. I'm part of the NRA still, but I never talk about them. I never, and when I did sell them, I was very adamant to whoever I sold them to. I did like a check on them as best to my ability, and I conveyed and reconveyed to them safety, like number one, safety. And I just sold a gun safe that I had that's been sitting around the other day. That's I would always have all my guns locked up. So,
and just to recap, so that I understand. The first time that you learned of the threats that had allegedly been made in your name against Tesla was when you heard from Mr. Drew Harwell?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
About what time
I've not
was
even
it?
looked at the email yet. The exact time is 6:05 p.m. And so as soon as that happened, I tried calling the FBI, the local FBI office. So I tried calling an attorney. I think I tried calling an attorney first, and then I tried calling the FBI office. So if that tells you anything.
And that was 6:05 p.m.?
PM, yeah, just literally like a little while ago.
Okay.
So.
And that was the first you'd heard of any of this going on?
Absolutely. I swear to God. So I don't even know which one, but one of these is the FBI office. I'd have to.
Gotcha.
Like I might even have it in here.
And with what you saw was written on the threat, you believe that could have came from Patrick?
So he's like a very manipulative type of person. I wouldn't believe that he would, but apparently I don't know anybody.
I mean,
now.
this is sort of strange. It's almost like a movie.
Yeah.
That's what I told my wife.
I mean, it's
so
like secret squirrel stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like they're trying to say that I talk to oil companies and stuff, and I've only talked to just that Lynette. That was until today.
Do you have a contact information for Mr. Shackle by any chance?
I do. So FBI, sorry, the number I called was this. So you hit call. So the 328-4000 was at 611, and then I'm not sure which number your guys' number is, but it was either this one, 9307, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I called FBI at 611. I talked to Julia, and then while I was on the phone with her, you called, so then I answered before it went to voicemail at 624. Okay. Or, I'm sorry, 624. Then I talked to Julia again. Yeah, so Julia, okay. And I just was telling her this is what's going on.
So when are you trying to get your wife and child out of here?
Because I'm freaking
No,
out.
when?
Well, I booked tickets for them for Tuesday.
So you already have a flight for them?
Yeah. I don't want them to have to deal with that she's from there. I don't want my son taken away because they're making accusations. I'm really freaking out.
Are you planning on staying here until Tuesday?
I might.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe the weekend go back home, and then we're gonna clean up and stuff, but I don't know. I wanted to see how the next 2 days played out.
Gotcha.
So, but I did only book it the 23rd was the checkout, so whatever. Because it was, I hotels.com. I did 2 nights and I got a free night, so that's.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so Patrick, his email. I'm sorry, phone number 775-354-6656.
And he's somebody you work with?
So I worked with him, and I actually became really good friends with him. But a lot of the things that he said, he is very pro-gun, way more. I mean, I used to go out shooting with my wife and friends, and we lived in Milwaukee, so it was personal protection, right? He's more of go out in the desert and blow stuff up, and he actually sent a text yesterday or today, and I think I responded to that, and I deleted it. was trying to clean up because I had so many texts from all these journalists. He sent a picture of like a bunch of Magpoles that he got, like Magpole.
Oh, we know what.
AR-15 magazines.
PMags.
Yeah. So he sent a picture of those and was like bragging about them. So, but he's like he's a manipulative person. Like he would always tell me about like how he built this great team and how he manipulates the supervisors and things like this. And I mean, he's a decent guy, but so I'm not gonna say that he did, but I don't know.
How long did you work with him?
Since October 9th.
And how long has he been out there?
He's been there over a year now, because I remember he just told me he got his first quarter on stock units vessel.
And you guys worked in the same department?
We worked in the same department up until like the May 17th, I think, when I switched to module.
Gotcha.
And how do you spell Mr. Shackle's last name?
S-H-A-K-A-L.
Thank you. S-H-A-K-A-L-E.
Yep, A-L.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So I honestly think, knowing how Elon is now, I'm positive. I've been told by several people that he leaked to the CNBC this morning. He leaked his own email to the press, to the whole company. I believe he probably told somebody to make a comment that. That's what I firmly believe. He just seems like, I mean, he's extremely narcissistic. So when I came out with real numbers and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars of scrap and loss, and this is part of my job. I was tasked with like inventory and finding like missing things. And when I came out with it, and especially the safety issue with the modules with the punctured cells, I literally put a big long Q-tip a half an inch into a cell, and I'm like, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, that's because that could literally, they call it thermal runaway, when that cell like deteriorates inside and it shorts out and it like melts inside, and it gets so hot that nothing can really contain it. Like you could douse it in water and it'll still keep heating until it just burns out.
And that's a battery cell?
That's a battery cell, yeah. One single cell, and there are 800 and some cells in a module.
You got anything else?
I'm good.
All right. Obviously, the reason we wanted to meet with you was to see if this threat was credible, and you know, as of right now, you're not in any with us. So I just wanted to make sure.
I just think it sucks that
I trust.
like they can say anything they want now.
Yeah.
Especially in the digital age.
Worst name.
You just all I can tell you is hang in there. Yeah.
And we appreciate you talking to us of your own free will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you need anything, obviously you have my number.
Yes, I'll save it.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your dose?
Oh, here, I'll give you.
Oh, yeah, even better. Then I can add it in later. Because my wife is probably freaking out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry you guys have to deal with this from my...
It's part of our job.
Yeah, it's our job.
Yeah,
with what's going on in the country, you know, nowadays, we have to look at every, you know, threat and see if it, you know, where it stands. So, anyway, just hang in there.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Martin.
Yeah,
All right.
Marty, Martin.